Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We're seeing why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
The Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and definitely have some things to talk about today. Coming off a good win on Thursday, I know it seems like an eternity ago, right? It seems like so many things have happened, even in that time, time span. Shout out to everybody out there. We definitely appreciate you coming on. And before we get into the show, let me introduce the guys here today. We have our guy, Matt, a.k.a. Matty Ice, a.k.a. Optimistic Matt. Matt, what's up with you, man?
Not much, man. Just, feeling good. And like you said, man, it feels like it's been a long time since we had game day. So I'm excited to be back and, talk after a big win.
Absolutely. And you see him, yours truly, Rad, a.k.a. All Purpose Rad. Rad, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. It's a great day to be alive. Yeah, like I got saying, it's like, this little mini bye that, the Bills, they call it the little mini bye, but I'm doing great, man. Great to talk some Bills. Let's get it. 2-0, baby.
Definitely a little mini bye. Definitely 2-0. And with that being said, shout out to Buffalo fan base. Definitely appreciate them and the collab that we are doing. So we ask you to go to overduebillspod.com, overduebillspod.com. That's our website. You can go there, find all of our merch, all of the content, whatever it is you need to find, you can find it on that platform. And we ask you to like, share, rate, and review, and subscribe. We ask you to do all those amazing things to help us, get us out there, to put everything out there. We're definitely on so many platforms, Instagram, Twitter, or X, rather, I should say. Shout out to the X followers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got a huge following on X. Twitter. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to be honest. But with that being said, y'all see it up in the corner. We have a presenting sponsor for our show. So, Matt, please let the people know who's sponsoring this show today.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode this season of the Overdue Bills podcast is brought to you by Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Just like the Bills on the field, Art of Glass Smoke Shop lights the competition up. Western New York's one-stop shop will provide you any and all of your smoking needs to get you right. Art of Glass has a huge selection of CBD, kratom, scales, rolling papers, and so much more. Stop into any one of their Western New York locations today and get everything you need. They also offer a premium cigar lounge located at 3495 Delaware Avenue, AOG Cigar Lounge. Stop in and check them out today. And when you go in any one of these stores, make sure you mention Overdue Bills podcast. You get 50% off all glass purchases. And also, if you go to the cigar lounge, you get free lounge access for the day pass. You get in, mention our name, you get that for free. So make sure you definitely shout us out. Also, Art of Glass shoppers, Overdue Bills shoppers, definitely when you go in there, send us a purchase, because what we're going to do is we're going to send you a code for 10% off the Overdue Bills website. So when you buy any of our merch, we obviously have a partnership, not just a sponsorship. So we want you guys to obviously shop there and then shop with us. So make sure you're getting your bang for your buck with both of us.
Absolutely. Shout out Art of Glass. I definitely had some people hitting me up about that. That they frequent Art of Glass, and now that I mention Overdue Bills, they definitely gonna go there. Definitely to the cigar lounge. Few people have already contacted me about that. So shout out Art of Glass. We definitely appreciate our presenting sponsor. Definitely go tap in with that. And with that being said, let's get into the show, man. Quick question of the day. I wanted to ask everybody in the comments, everybody that is watching, just to kind of get our minds into this space, because going into the season, it was a little rough. People had us very low in the power rankings. Wasn't a lot necessarily going on with the Buffalo Bills. Wasn't a lot of talk about our team. But as we look our heads up, as we see power rankings coming out by a lot of the aficionados, a lot of the people on X, a lot of the people on ESPN and all of these websites and so on and so forth, The Bills is creeping up, right? We see that in a lot of people's power rankings. So I wanted to ask the guys today for this quick question. Where do you have the Bills in the NFL power ranking? Not just in the AFC, but also just the whole NFL. And I'm going to go to Matt first, then the Rad. Matt, where do you have the Bills in your power rankings?
Man, it's a homer thing, but definitely I have them in the top two. I think it's us and the Chiefs right now. I think you could put either one interchangeably at 1 and 2. I do. I think we are the two strongest teams, not only in the AFC, but the NFL. After a nice Sunday slate off and being able to watch all the games, I believe it.
Rad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, record doesn't necessarily always indicate, how strong the team is. We're 2-0. I think the Chiefs, kind of skated. They probably should have lost that game. So I'm not even, this is not just hyperbole. It is a homer. I'm not even off we the best team in the AFC. I'm not off that right now. We playing the best. I think both sides of the ball. I mean, I know that first half of the Cardinals game, we had to get right. But after that first half of the Cardinals game, I don't know what team is playing better than the Bills. Obviously, you got, maybe like the Saints or something like that. But in the AFC, I don't know what team is playing better than the Bills in the AFC, especially since halftime of that Cardinals game. Moving forward, I don't know what team is better than us. So right now, we won a 1B. That, obviously the defending champs. I'm not going to knock them off. Got to beat the man to beat the man, or whatever that saying is. But we top 2, if not 1.
I'm gonna say we're number 1. I'm gonna say as far as my power rankings are concerned.
Whoa!
Listen,
stop the presses.
You don't have to stop.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Time out. You sure, bro? You sure this is the role this is what you on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just being honest. And
that's what you're doing. Okay.
As I always am on this show. I believe that we're number 1 from this standpoint. I think that Josh Allen is gearing up for an MVP caliber type season. I mean, we're going to get into a lot of those things. So I don't necessarily have to kind of, give out everything that I want to say.
Yo, man, remember in the offseason we was talking about MVP and Josh. It was like, you can't mention Josh and MVP in the same sentence. Remember all this stuff? Do you remember that? Or am I tripping?
No, it was very recently. Okay. I understand he's fluid, but this is a 100% change of heart right here.
I don't think it. I personally don't think that it is. I think it's just I'm looking at the product that I see on the field. I'm looking at the play, and I'm making a determination based off that. Prior to that, I didn't have that knowledge. Now I have this knowledge, and I had to reassess and look at it, and this is the conclusion that I came up with. I don't think that that's insane. That's just facts. I think that we all should be that way. But listen, I'm fluid. Shout out to the people who is fluid, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So listen. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this real quickly. Let's recap the game Thursday. It was a great game. It was a shellacking. We're gonna get to the contest in a minute, but just briefly, let's recap the game. If you could give me, and shout out to Prayers, out to Tua. You know what I mean? We talk. It's been talked about ad nauseum. So prayers out to Tua. Talk about Lord. Hopefully he's doing okay. But let's talk about the game. Give me one takeaway and one thing you want to leave, Matt. One takeaway, one thing you want to leave.
Yeah, the one takeaway, I think I said it last week or during our award prediction action. I think that Sean McDermott's going to get his first Coach of the Year this year. He shows time and time again to do so much more with less. You're coming in. You lose Milano. We're losing guys every single week. Then the first, the 7th play of the game, we lose Terrell Bernard, the guy who's supposed to, be the Milano when Milano's out. It's like, damn, what do we do now? You got Dorian Williams and Balen Spector looking like sultry vets here. Then you have a Jamarcus Ingram who was playing at UB a couple years ago, comes in, 2 picks, and guys are stepping up. Guys, if we weren't doing this podcast, if you weren't a Buffalo fan, you wouldn't even know these names. And you're like, wow, they're coming on and they're doing so much more with less. And that's what I want to take away is those guys continuing to do that, putting out a great product. I'm no shade to any of the players that I'm mentioning here, nothing like that. But it's just, it's awesome to see they're getting the most out of all their guys, and that's what I want to take going forward throughout the season. It's early that we're having to see it, and I want to keep it going. What I want to leave is not a whole lot that I really want to leave, man. There wasn't a lot, that I can nitpick. I mean, the offense, it looked easy. The defense, it looked easy. So I'm gonna just go with a full take this week.
Interesting. Okay.
I like it.
Rad. Give me some things about the game. Come on, give me some things about the game. You want to take? You want to leave?
I mean, to piggyback on just talk about predictions. My bold take was Von Miller wins comeback player of the year, right? Von Miller, he looked like he might be back, right? He I think he led the team in pressures. He had a sack. Like Von Miller and that defensive line looks like it's gonna be a problem for every team we play. I think it's perfect that obviously it seemed like when we got the back end, the front end ain't right now. Now it looks like the D line is playing the way that we thought it was gonna play, and the middle of the field might need some fire injuries, the middle of the field. But I think Von Miller being back or being 90% back, I say maybe not 100, maybe not defensive MVP Von Miller, but he's a 90% back to who he was. I think I want to take that. Obviously, my big was this is going to be a James Cook game. My thing was this is going to be a James Cook game. James Cook. He can be a top 10, maybe even higher than that type of back. I think, he's a 3-down back. He get the ball on the goal line. People talk about he's not a goal line, but he can't. I think give him the ball on the goal line. Let him figure it out. Let James Cook. I think that's ultimately what it is. I think he's the second best player on the offense, if not the team. We'll see. I think James Cook should be a feature of this offense moving forward. I think he's that good in the backfield, outside the backfield. So I think Josh can be great. Like, I'm happy Josh didn't have to turn on the Superman and let other people, ancillary parts, figure it out, and we blew this team out. So I think that's great. And my other takeaway, McDermott is a top 2 defensive mind, top 3, whatever you want to say. Tampa Bay coach, Bill Belichick is gone, so Tampa Bay coach be out there, some other guys, but Sean McDermott and his defensive schemes and his mind is a top 2-3 in the NFL, and I think people are sleeping on that, but he's elite at what he does. So I think Sean McDermott is he need to get his flowers at some point, but he's really at what he does.
I don't think that Sean McDermott doesn't get his flowers. I think the fact that he has a job now.
Do anybody talk about Sean McDermott being the top defensive mind? Hear that anywhere?
Well, I'm saying he's not. Sean McDermott hasn't been fired yet, so obviously he has to have some type of mind, right? You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. He has had some of
defensive
the
mind, period.
I think the issue is he has had some of the biggest blunders. He has had some of the biggest blunders in the most crucial moments in recent history, which is grounds on being fired, and he has not been fired. So I think that's a testament of his mind, in my opinion.
His mind or his management. That's a little bit different. I don't think anybody is going to argue his defensive prowess, right? At the end of the day, he is a manager. And there's going to be Monday morning quarterbacks that have to chime in on everything, us included. But, I'm with Rad. He's definitely, top 2, if not 2 defensive minds in the game right now.
Absolutely. Shout out to Sean McDermott. As far as some things that I want to take just quickly, Josh Allen and no turnovers, right? No interceptions. Like, that's something that I want to take in every game. So shout out to him. I think
he throw the ball less than 20 times. It's tough, man.
Absolutely. Well, not for him. Not in recent history. But I think that honestly, I think Josh Allen's the only quarterback in the NFL who does not have an interception, besides Malik Willis. And that doesn't necessarily count. I think that a quarterback that has played 2 games in the NFL this season, I think Josh Allen's the only one that does not have an interception. So shout out to Josh Allen. I think that's amazing. But also I want to, I really want to take as a turnover from our defense. I think our defense being shorthanded, no Milano, no Terrell Bernard. We're trying to figure out our safety room.
No Teron Johnson.
Right. No Teron Johnson. Like, the fact that we're getting these interceptions, I think it's nothing short of amazing. Benford and Ingram, like that. That's like the fact that I keep saying Ingram's name. Like, I don't know who that is. I mean, I know who he is, but it's like, that's amazing, right? Having 2 picks, no matter how the picks came. So, like, us turning over the ball is always amazing, right? Period. In the discussion.
I think that too, though, is a product of I think what I said our strongest unit would be which is our defensive line. I mean, you got Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa, Ed Oliver, Von Miller looking like Von. We have depth coming in that position, and Ed Oliver, he's looking great out of the gate. I mean, the third and fourth down back to back blown up plays, those are that like took after that you could tell it was definitely over. It just took the soul right out of those guys. So that is a byproduct of those guys really getting after the quarterback, getting in the quarterback's head. I mean, we always seem to get into Tua's head, but I feel like that's just going to be the story going forward.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe too much in his head. Pause.
Right. Yeah. we own Miami though. So I mean, I knew we were gonna win that game. I couldn't even pick the Bills to lose. We own Miami.
They're I'm not gonna say gimmicky, but they're if you play them enough, you understand what they're trying to do, and it's not nothing beating. If you haven't played Miami, they come and surprise you. They speed is it's track out there. But we played them enough to understand what they're trying to do. Keep the ball in front of them. Make Tua have to look that second, third read, and it's over. He needs to play on time. If Tua's not playing on time, easy win.
Absolutely. All right, so let's do this. Let's transition real quickly. I know it's 2 games, but we 1-2 as far as the power rankings, as far as what everybody else is saying. Even everybody else out there, they're lauding the Bills. The Bills are getting a lot of praise right now. So I wanted to ask this question. I know it may be a little bit premature, but just to see where us as fans we are thinking as it relates to our team, right? So I want to ask this question. I want Rad and I want Matt to answer. I want everybody in the comments to answer this question. Who is the best player on offense? Who is the best player on defense? And I'm going to go to Rad first. Rad, who is I don't even use the word most valuable, but best player playing right now, as it stands right now going into our 3rd game? Who is the best player on offense and defense, you would say?
That's right. On offense, the tie between for me is Josh and James.
You got to pick one.
I know who's playing the best. I gotta go James Cook, right? I think James Cook has been playing the best. I think he's get the ball to his hands, he can give you 5, 6, 7 yards a pop. You know what I'm saying? And I think we need to go. I think we need 20 touches at minimum a game from James Cook, and I think that's a good day. If James Cook got 20 touches, that's probably a good day for the Bills. That means we control the game. We controlling the.
He only got 11 touches in Miami game.
I know, but we wasn't on. It was so easy. It was no. Well, it was such an easy. It was just a what I'm saying. But I want him to get 20 touches. That's what I'm saying. I want him to get 20 touches. That means we're controlling the game, far as ball control, and that's the type of clearly that's the type of offense we on. Right, this is not Ken Dorsey's offense. This is not spread them out, get the ball down the field. This is not that offense. This is a ground and more balanced offense, and obviously maybe trying to limit Josh turnovers, as you said. That's the type of offense we want. That's the type of offense Brady is throwing out there. So I think James Cook right now has been the best offense, and defense is Greg Rousseau. I think Groot, he's trying to get, we see the impact of the Bosas. We see the impact of the TJ Watts. I'm not seeing TJ Watt yet because TJ Watt is something else. We even see Aiden Hutchinson for Detroit, right? We see the impact of a dominant Myles Garrett, of a dominant DN, right? If Groot can get to somewhat in that area of dominate 2-3 sacks a game for you, that's just crazy. So if he can get to that room, like close to the room of those guys, I mean, that's a home run draft pick, and I think he's on that way to that. So I just think Groot is elite, can be elite, right? He has showings that he can be something great. So I think for me, definitely Rousseau, and I'm gonna go James Cook.
Matt?
Yeah, so on the offensive side of the ball, I'm going to go away from James Cook. I'm going to go with Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir, he's our clear wide receiver 1. He gets, on the receiver side, he gets the most targets, and I think he does the most with his targets. He's our Mr. Dependable. You need a guy to go make a play in the pass game, and he's been that in the first 2 games, and he was that towards the end of last season. So I think Khalil Shakir is our best offensive weapon right now. Defense, I want to piggyback on Rousseau. Obviously he is our most dominant D lineman. I think our most important player, though, I think I want to say it's either one of the corners. It's Rasul or Christian Benford. Christian Benford, he had a game, pretty much locked down Marvin Harrison. You saw what Marvin Harrison did last weekend. And then also in this game, he went stride for stride with Tyreek a bunch of times when they tried to go deep to him. He had the pass deflect. I mean, he's definitely putting in the dirty work at the cornerback position. Same thing with Rasul, getting in, making tackles for loss, making a lot of plays in the run game and the pass game. Those guys are solid, and I don't want them to get overlooked.
For me on the offensive side, I'm gonna go Aaron Cromer. Offensive line coach. Offensive line is held up, and for me, I'm just
that's a good call. I mean, good call. Good call. I mean,
even Spencer Brown. I've been very critical.
I expect that from Matt, but not you. I respect it.
I've been very critical of Deion Dawkins, but I thought that our offensive line coach, whatever is going on, however he's scheming, losing Mitch Morris, a huge part of our offensive line, even though that I was very critical of him as well. He was at least a mainstay in the staple, right? Him being our center, him calling out blitzes, so on and so forth. I think that we've done a great job even in that. So I got Aaron Cromer, our offensive line coach, and then for me on the defensive side, it's tough. It really is tough. But I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna go Damar Hamlin, and I'm gonna tell you why. He hasn't been awful. I'm just being listen. He hasn't. No, seriously. It was a concern, and it still is a concern, but it was a major concern. Like, what are we doing? Like that's just crazy. But he's been serviceable, and that's important, right? Because that's the I'm being honest, it's the bedrock of our defense. It's a very important. It is a very important piece of our defense, and we've had 2 All-Pros leave, and then we got people coming and filling in, and Damar Hamlin is one of them. Going through all of that, I haven't heard any of that. What happened in the Bengals game it's not necessarily a thing, and I appreciate that it's not a thing, right? That's just me. But do anybody have anything else on that topic?
No, I just I like the O-line. I like the O-line shout out. I do want to throw something a little non-football related. I just want to ask you guys and maybe everybody in the comments. I think how do you know? I guess like you made it as like a Buffalo player. Like what are like the most popular Buffalo players get in Buffalo? And I think the answer to that is cereal. So D-Doc, he got his own cereal today. Shout out to him. I think that really we have Flutie Flakes. You had Josh Jacks, things like that. So shout out to him. He got I think it's Buffalo Snow Crunch. And try that out.
Shout out to D-Doc. Yo, so my question is,
it's not an ad for Snow Crunch. You get it at Wegmans, but yeah, it's definitely. I think it makes you a true Buffalo Bill if you get your own cereal. Shout out General Mills.
Shout out to me. He's got a picture with Benny. That's good. But my question, I'm not. Maybe it's gonna come off as hate, but the whole Doc is he like? Did he make himself the number one love player, or was he anointed that, or is it like, he is the one who obviously he's Josh Allen, but besides that, it's like D-Dogs is kind of, you see him everywhere. Is that like, is he loved, everybody love him? Is that like something like is that, or is he self-proclaimed that? You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? Because I think what really puts him in that most loved guy is what is Buffalo, the city of good neighbors. He's always up for the Walter Payton Man of the Year for the NFL. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he does a lot for the community, and he's out there, in the trenches. So, as we know, but
maybe too much.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But no, I think he does a lot, man. And this is like our way of enshrining you into Buffalo, celebrity Hall of Fame, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully,
what's the cereal card again?
Buffalo Snow Crunch.
Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to Snow Crunch. I think that also longevity. Like, yeah, Doc has been on the team for a while now.
For sure.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if you look at anybody else on the team, like he's probably top 2 or 3 persons that have been on the team for this long, that's here now. I mean, a lot of those guys left. So I think longevity is probably the only reason why Deion Dawkins is getting anything.
Well, he is performing though too. I mean, the Pro Bowls, he's been playing at a high level. If he was just a backup and just a face, then I think it'd be.
I don't think he would be on a team then, though. No, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. If he wasn't good, like Cam Lewis might get serial if he gets another 3 years. But anyway, shout out to you never know. You never know.
Groot. What do you mean, Grudo? The Grudos or some Grooties? No,
Pause. I don't know what that means. But we got a game. We got a game coming up Monday night. We got a game coming up Monday night against the Jaguars here. 7:30 start. It's 2 games going on Monday. 7:30 start.
How you feel that we the first game?
Yeah, I'm actually happy having to go to the game. I got work on Tuesday. I'm actually all right with it. I'm all right.
Oh, y'all sound like dads. All right, cool. Sound like dads.
Yeah,
that sound good.
I'm washed now. Yeah.
7:30 start. We play the Jags. Jags 0-2. This is a must-win game for the Jags, right? I mean, they're on it. Like they actually need to win this game. They're desperate coming into Buffalo. Remember, this is definitely a revenge game, I think, for Buffalo Bills. Jaguars do us dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen plays terrible against the Jaguars. We lost Matt Milano, I think, against the Jaguars. I think in that London game. But with that being said, let's real quickly, since we're on a roll, let's go to keys for success. Give me some keys for success. If people have those in the comments, let us know what can we do to win this game. What are some things that we can be successful at that will push us over the top in this game? So I'm gonna go to Matt first, then Rad.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just repeat the sentiment of last week where I thought that offensive unit was gonna be. I think that Jacksonville is got some big names, and I think it's going to be our first real test, even though last week kind of should have been. I think that Trevor Lawrence is obviously better than Tua right now, and then we got their wide receiver core. They have some weapons. I mean, you got Brian Thomas, Christian Kirk. You got Calvin Ridley's on the Titans, but
your guy. I forget about your guy.
Got Gabe Davis, man, another familiar face that we lost. So he's going to be coming back. He knows these guys. He practiced against. Evan Ingram's not looking like he's going to play. We didn't do the injury report, but he did something to his hamstring in warmups last week. I was a little mad because I started him in fantasy, not realizing that like an idiot. But it's all good. But yeah, I think we got to get after Trevor Lawrence, man. Put some heat on him, kind of like Cleveland did, and not let him get any looks to any of those guys because they all have the ability to make big plays.
For me, and I'm gonna let Rad go last. For me, shout out to Zach, the turnover battle. I think that we need to turn Trevor Lawrence over, right? Just at the end of the day, he's shaky right now. Completed 14 passes last game, under 50% completion. Like he's not good, or at least he's not playing good. I think we need to continue that. Get in his face, do what we need to do. Groot, whoever, you know what I'm saying. I don't care who get the sack. Even Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver played good against Miami, right? I need to see that. Like keep that thing going. Keep the pressure on. Make him uncomfortable. Get some turnovers. Get some short fields, and I think we'll win this game going out. In my opinion, we'll win this game going out. We have the superior coaching. They have awful coaching. Some of the worst coach I've ever seen in my entire life, right? So, I mean, like, it's a game that we should win, game that we should go out winning. I don't want it to be close. I don't want to be a nail biter. I don't want to let them back in. I just want to win the game, 2 scores. Let's go home. Rad.
For me, I think obviously their offense, based on what I've been watching, their offense have changed a little bit. I think they're trying to be more balanced. I think they're trying to use, obviously, they're trying to use ETN. I know B's kind of banged up too, being through the injury report, but I think they're trying to be a more balanced team. I think they're trying to, simplify the game for Trevor. So for me, it's obviously initially a stop the run. Don't let ETN, get to going, get that play action going, because Brian Thomas is a problem, right? He can't get behind the defense. He is a 6'3", 4'3" type of speed guy. He is a problem, and I think that type of speed and that type of size can be a problem for us. But I believe it could be a problem for us. But so I think honestly that's the thing. Stop the run, and then my bad. Stop the run, and then obviously so we can kill the play action and no deep shots past our defense to Brian Thomas.
Absolutely. Shout out to Rad with the graphics. We trying to make it work, but let's do this. Let's do predictions. Let's do score predictions. I want to see it in the comments. Everybody with score predictions. Let me see your score prediction in the comments, Matt.
Yeah, so let's take a step back. We gotta, we'll talk about the contest. Or you want to do our predictions first?
Well, I was going to do our score predictions first, then go to the contest.
Okay, so our score predictions. I think we keep. I think I'm going to keep the 30 train rolling, man. We got a score to beat these guys. They got some playmakers. I'm going to go Bills 31, Jaguars. I'm going to go Bills 31, Jaguars 24.
The spread is -5.5. I think that's the last time when I seen it. It was -5.5. Spread is -5.5. So Matt got 31-24. What you got?
I think Jaguars defense is okay. It's formidable. I don't think 30 points might be a lot, but I think we put up 24. But I think we dominate this team. I think 24-13 Bills.
24-13 Bills. 24-13 Bills. For me, I got 26-21 Bills. I think that the Jaguars are a desperate team. They're gonna come in. They're gonna throw the defense at us. They're gonna try to do trick plays or whatever to manufacture points. So I got 26-21. Josh Allen winning on I want to say last second drive, but last fourth quarter they score, and then we just stopped them from scoring for the rest of the game. But all right. So Matt, let's get into the contest. Let the people know who won the contest. Let people know about the contest and moving forward how they can enter into the contest.
Absolutely. So this week, the contest winner, I have Matt Augustine. We had nobody predicted the correct score, so we had to go to our tiebreaker, which is our first option if nobody predicts the correct score. Now with the tiebreaker, we have the closest to Josh Allen's passing yards. Obviously, everybody was anticipating Josh Allen throwing all over him and not having to have a pedestrian game. So Josh Allen ended up with 139 yards passing. So the closest to that was Matt Augustine by about 100 yards. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, but shout out to you. For that, you won a $30 gift card to Art of Glass Smoke Shop, which is good to use at any one of their stores.
That's fine. I ain't gonna hold you.
And they also told me earlier they have a special gift when you go to pick it up for the first winner, first of one of our partnerships.
Oh,
so
man, that's fire! I should have put it in the contest.
Little bonus they threw in there, so shout out to them. But going forward, this week, Monday night, Bills versus Jacksonville, we have our score prediction contest. What you're going to do is you're going to predict firstly, you're going to follow us on any one of our platforms. And you're going to enter on any one of our platforms. You can enter on X, you can enter on Facebook, and you can enter on Instagram. We, obviously monitor all submissions, and you'll be able to get in. But how you get in, you follow us, you follow Art of Glass Smoke Shop, and then you predict what you think the score will be for the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday night. And as a tiebreaker, we're going to go with Josh Allen's passing yards again. And as a secondary tiebreaker, we're going to go with Khalil Shakir's receiving yards. So you do those things, enter the contest. You'll be entered to win a $30 gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop, good for any one of their 3 locations in Western New York. And also, when you visit Art of Glass Smoke Shop, remember, mention the Overdue Bills. You get 50% off glass, and you also get free cigar lounge access at AOG Cigar Lounge. So it's a day pass. You get it for the day. Yes, so definitely mention us. And then also, we're gonna throw you guys a bone too. If you missed it earlier during the ad read, if you guys purchase something from Art of Glass, you DM us your purchase. We'll send you a code to get 10% off the Overdue Bills merch shop. So definitely, get with us, man.
This is crazy. There's no better deals out there, bro. The economy going crazy. There's no better deals out here, bro. There's no better deals.
Absolutely. Shout out Art of Glass, man. Definitely, we appreciate our presenting sponsor. Appreciate all of you. Couldn't do this without the fans. And we want everybody to know. So it's 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. We try to take a day,
New time,
especially
new
we got
time.
some night games. You know what I'm saying? New time. So 7 o'clock on Tuesday, not Monday. Obviously, even because we got a 7:30 game Monday. So you know what I mean? 7 o'clock on Tuesday works. No, we are not going to do Gabe Davis receiving yards because Gabe Davis sucks. But with that being said, y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Hey.
Follow us.
I wasn't ready. Yes, sir.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills.